Most traders cannot wait for Mondays to start placing their trades, but I don't. Mondays are the days I completely stay out of the market. And here's why in this video, I'm going to show you and tell you what I've learned over the years trying to trade and how skipping Mondays have helped me turn profitable and how it can also help you turn profitable too. So in this video, I'm going to be listing out 3 major reasons to why I actually don't trade on Mondays. The rest are extra. Number 1, there's actually not always liquidity on Mondays. Market is not always fast on Mondays, or it's not often always fast on Mondays. Even slow, it's not always slow. Sometimes it's just not doing anything. And I know very well, probably because institutions are still trying to cover from their previous loss, maybe, or looking out for the news of that week. And this is absolutely the thing to be doing. So the third reason is actually because price action is always usually very unpredictable. You get a lot of false moves. I know how many times I've gotten a trade in the next 5 minutes. You see me, I get stopped out, or the market reverses totally out of my direction. So the second reason is usually because the market usually does not always obey a lot of that price action movement that I like to trade. On Mondays most especially, I've had a lot of false breakout, false retest, a lot of false things. So this is the second reason to why I don't actually always trade on Mondays. Third reason, this one is personal. This one is really personal. The third reason to why I do not trade on Mondays was because I usually was always too excited on Mondays, and because of that is my emotion in play, I tend to see what is not there and place trades that are actually not ripe or not A+ setups. And because of that, it was very, very bad for me to always trade on Mondays, because I also always thought that because I analyzed during Saturdays and Sundays, which are the weekends, that I'm good. Like, I've spent 2 days to analyze, so definitely my analysis should play out. And that was it about me being too excited, and I always get stopped out. So this is the last reason why I actually don't trade on Mondays. Now, instead of staying and saying all these, don't trade on Mondays, what are the solutions? What should you actually do on Mondays? Let's get to that video quickly. What you should actually do on Mondays. So then, Kingsley, what do you not do on Mondays if you don't trade on Mondays? I'm going to give you several reasons to what I do on Mondays instead of trading. Number one is that I think Mondays are observation days and not participation days. I mean, Mondays are just the days I use, mark up my charts, do other things. I don't want to be listing them right now, but I just take it as an observation day and not a participation day. The time I stop chasing trades on Mondays, believe me, first of all, my losses reduced, and then second of all, I once the losses reduced, know that your P&L increases, your profit increases. So I saw my profitability go up. Excuse me if you see me looking down, it is actually my script to which I've jotted down the things I actually do on Mondays instead of trading. Trust me, I learned this thing from Jerry Benson and other traders too. Mondays, and also from my experience, I noticed that on Mondays, I always tend to lose on Mondays. Very well, and it used to just make your week more. When you just start a week with a loss, man, it's always terrible. It always feels someone like you just started a week and you're already in a loss. It always feels bad. So I eliminated Mondays. This Monday I just passed. Today's Thursday. I didn't trade on this Monday. I didn't trade last week Monday. I didn't trade last week. I've been doing this over 4 months now. I've not been trading on Mondays. So now the second thing I do on Mondays actually is I review my last week performance. I sit down. I do this now. Before it was usually Saturdays and Sundays, but now I do it Saturdays, Sundays, and Monday. All right. You will say Saturday and Sunday is not enough. Yeah, it's enough, but I still do it. It's just part of the effort I try to put in more. All right, on review my trade, I really sit down. Imagine you sitting down really well to look at the trade from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. All right, and why I do that is actually just so as not to get distracted and try to go and trade. So now the third thing that's the second thing. The third thing I actually do is to mark up charts. That's when I used to mark up charts. Remember, I just moved what I did on Saturdays and Sundays. I also pushed it on Mondays. Mondays were even better because when the market started moving on Mondays, after the London session, I'll not come to my chart and start marking out and say, okay, I think this is what the market want to do. This is what the market doesn't want to do, and thereabout. Mondays were actually started becoming better to mark up my charts, because the market is now moving. Now you're not seeing levels that have been taken out. You're not seeing fake out. You're not seeing people that probably were in a position last week being stopped out because they thought it was going to continue that direction, and so on and so forth. And that is the third thing. The fourth thing I usually do is to watch the fundamental, to look at the news, because there's always going to be news during the week. So this is what I actually always do on Mondays. I look at the news from Monday, from the news on Monday down to the news on Friday. Friday is going to be NFP, and for Monday I already knew. I already look at the time. I always try to see, watch Bloomberg, try to see what they are, why them, the JP Morgan Chase, what they're actually looking out for, and I try to use my little bit of economics and finance knowledge to try to judge that with the big boys in comparison to that of the big boys. And then the final thing, what I do on mornings is I just set alarms. I just set alarms here and there. That's why I have a lot of charts, a lot of trades. A lot of bet I trade. So I use Mondays to, look at. Hope you're jotting this down. These are very, very important knowledge. I use Mondays to chart up everything. I mark. You see me because on TradingView you have the red folder. You can click. You can mark charts. You can mark your pairs. So I mark the red, blue, which ones are ready, which ones are still getting ready, and which ones are then the ones are not at all. They're not doing anything. I just leave them abandoned. I just abandon them. So those are the five things. Those are the five. I think I listed five. Was it five? Yeah. Let me 1, 2, 3. Yeah, five. So yeah, those are the five things I actually would do on Mondays instead of trading on Mondays. I use my time to do those other things. So what I want to tell you guys. So what I want to know is, what is your opinion on this? Do you trade on Mondays? And tell me what you trade on Mondays. So let's get to the charts and I'll show you what a trade I'm actually looking up that's not making me concentrate to you guys right now. I'm looking at a trade that's not making me concentrate right now because I'm on a trade on Euro AUD. If you check out my YouTube and my TikTok, I just sent out just a video about the trade and why I took that trade. All right. So this is why I actually don't trade on Mondays, because trading is actually also a decision. All right. Trading is actually also a decision. It's just what I put right now. Not trading is actually not is sorry what I'm saying. Not trading is also a decision. All right. So thank you very much for staying up to this point.
Alright, guys, welcome to my chat, and I'm going to show you guys. Today is being the 6th of November, Thursday, and I'm going to show you guys why I took this trade on Euro AUD. It's a very simple setup, and I'm just going to share with you guys why I took the trade. So first, let's check out from the daily. The daily is where you can see why everything comes together to make it a good trade or a good setup to take. First of all, we can see that on the daily we are in this. You can see this brown line, or should I say rectangle. You can see this, and this represents the daily support and resistance zone. So you can see held here, or should I say key zones, held here, and held here. And you can see, so that means we are in a key level. I remember my style, we trade from key levels. We need to see key levels on the high time frame, daily, weekly, or 4 hour time frame. So now you can see we are on a key level first. This is the first conference, is that we are on a key level on the daily. Now let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Nothing concerns us with the weekly anyways. So let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Now on the 4 hour time frame, what made me take this trade was we were given a a reversal pattern, which is, you can see left head and right shoulders, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. All right, it's a reversal pattern happening in a key zone, just like the just happening in the key zone is a reversal pattern. I mean, sorry, I just got distracted from someone there. Having a reversal pattern in the key zone like the daily, it means a lot. So now, but where the real confluence came from, or why I took this trade, was on the 1 hour time frame. So you can see this bearish structure we were having here on the 1 hour time frame. You can see market was kept pushing down. You can see go up, push down, go up. It went up, push up, because you could see it very clear downtrend, and then we started having this rise. All right, we started seeing the market push up, and then we went to an uptrend, and then we saw market sweep out this liquidity, and then we expect that this market is going to at least reach this zone. All right, so you can see on the 1 hour time frame we switch from a bearish structure to a bullish structure, and then we see the liquidity being taken out, because a lot of people will be placing here as a support zone, and they will have probably taken that trade and they will be targeting this area here, and then the market is going to wipe all of them out, and market can wipe all of them out, and then probably take us that saw it lately. It's not as if I was patient for it, but I saw it lately, and because I would have probably ended a trade here, seeing that because this from here to here is already an up structure. All right, from here to here is already showing a bullish structure. So this is how I've actually taken this trade, which I would have just maybe been in break even or I want to be in loss. So this is how I've actually taken this trade. So this trade will have just be a simple one is to this, and I would have just kept my stops there, and I'll go for one is to, wow, I would have got hitting TP. Definitely, I would have hitting TP. But the next level target for this trade is going to be around up here. Let me mark it out. It will be probably around here. This is going to be the next place for this market to head to. Yeah, we heard it from Dabs Radio first. Someone not Dabs guy. I said Dabs. Dapo Willis is my, is my very good tutor. He taught me how to trade online. He doesn't know me, but I bought his course and I learned how to trade over there. So you could see that, and then you can see also this first, second, and third thought of the trend line. So we expect this to do the trick. Remember, the third thought of the trend line does the trick. So I expect market to now rally to the upside and put us in profit. Let's see how it goes. So these are the reasons to why I took this trade, and then the entry came from the 1 hour also. You can see this engulfing candle. I entered it upon this engulfing candle right here. Make I saw market engulf here, and it pulled back. I got into the market, and you can see played around, and now it's probably heading up. The only thing that was making me very not so, that was the only thing that was counter, that was like a counter or obstacle for this trade, was this level here. All right, this support level here, you see, or sorry, resistance. You can see it held when he broke it, he held it above. So I was actually waiting for it to now break it, but every other thing showed me to buy. The only thing is this resistance, in which I won't take it as a, because just one thing, if there's just one thing will not make me not take the trade. If there are several things that's telling me to take the trade, one thing will not be the thing that make me say, that will make me not take that trade. So in this case was this resistance, but now we are seeing we've broken the resistance, and on the 2 hour we closed above it very bullishly strongly, and you can see now we have a morning star at a key level 2, which is the resistance on the 2 hour. So yeah, I anticipate the market is to keep going up. So guys, thank you very much for staying up to this point. Like my video, subscribe. No, it's going to do a very good favor for the channel, and it will help the channel grow further and further. Thank you very much, and I'll peace out. See you next week, guys.